Hello everyone, and welcome to Jumperman Tech, where we specialize in HVAC. We do everything DIY. This is a part 2 to a 2-segment video where we're replacing a dual circuit evaporator coil. Thank you to everyone tuning into Jumperman Tech. This is going to be part 2 of a dual circuit evaporator coil replacement for a York RTU. I got my acetylene tank and nitrogen tank. Here we have a set of gauges. So I got a bit of the top open. Yesterday we installed this coil here. Got all this stuff in place. What's cool is that this comes with the distributors and our TXV. So you can see I taped these up overnight. I also labeled them. So one pipe is gonna go here, these two together, and the other pipe is gonna go here. I actually gotta cut this a little bit, but I also neatened up the wires here. Everything looks a lot neater. So we gotta make 2 connections here at the inlet of our TXV, which is the liquid line. And as you can see here, I got 2 pipes that are taped off on each end. Those are gonna be our 2 suction lines that lead back to the compressor. So let's take off this tape and set this up. I'm gonna take off the Schrader valves here, here, there, and there. And what I wanna do is blow out this line, because this coil was sitting in the basin for like 2 months. And you know, you just don't want any obstructions in there. So we're gonna blow that out. We're gonna braze the connections here while pushing nitrogen through the system so we have no carbon buildup. And then here and there are 2 liquid line filter dryers that we're going to replace, but I always do that last. Let's get started. I'm going to take out the Schrader valves and get rid of anything that could possibly be in the lines. And at the same time, while we have the chance, I'm actually going to replace the Schrader valves while we have a chance, because there is a known leak in this system. So let's get rid of all these possibilities. Whenever the gas is out, I always replace the Schrader valve. It's a quick and easy thing to, you know, have longevity in the system. So that's out. I'm gonna take one of my gauges, connect it. So this should be for circuit 2. Let's get this in here. We're gonna blow that out both ways. Is it number 2? No. I think that, no, that's number 1. Circuit number 1. Get that on there. Which is actually going to be right here. Alright, so I'm going to take off this tape as well. I'm going to blow it out each way of the way through. Here, middle hose, I'm going to connect to the nitro tank. Right now, while I'm blowing things out, I'm going to avoid this little regulator. That's so you braze with it. Have that. Keep these closed. Open the tank. Take off the tape, and we're going to purge these lines. Okay, got the tape off here. We got some braze. What I want to do is keep the other side taped off while I sand this. We don't want anything passing through. All right. And then we're gonna blow it out, make sure nothing comes out of there. Then we're gonna, other side is not gonna be connected because of the liquid line. We could push it through so it can work, but we're pretty much gonna try to blow this out as many ways as possible in sections, just so we don't blow dirt back inside the pipes. So some braze here. You might need to melt it to get it in the fitting, but that's good. And then if I open this, blow anything out of there. Then I want to remove this tape, and what I'm going to do is blow out the lines. Once again, what I could do is connect to the high side and connect one pipe here, so go through and push back out this way. And I'm just gonna go back and forth. I really want this clear. I'm sure we're gonna be fine, but just want to blow out these lines as much as possible, and then we're gonna braze this all up. I taped this line back up while I sand down this one. And look, the tape that it came with this manufacturer, it's all stuck on here. It's really like, what were they thinking? So, might be a little extra, but I'd rather be precautious. Let's sand off this tape, sand down this fitting, blow out the lines, and then we can start brazing. Okay, so that was circuit 1. I labeled this as 1, and over here it says system 1. So, let's take off the tape on all of these. Well, this I could actually cut. Let's see. Something like this. Alright, so we can sand it down like this first. Make sure all our connections are clean. Cut it up. Now let me try to do this in a better way. Cut it up. Blow out all these lines. Get started. So it's just pretty much just prep work right now. Alright, so this is now sanded and connected. What I could do is hold this down, open up. Oh, this tape is already open. This side is taped again. So then it's gonna go through the system, push everything out through here, and yeah, should be okay to braze that circuit. And of course, 2 filter dryers. I'm gonna hold this down. A lot of stuff just came out of there. Let's put this together. Okay, take off this tape and we can put these pipes together, and we're going to run nitro through the system. We're going to have one hose connected and the other side open with no pin, so the nitro can push through, and like that we're not going to have any carbon buildup. This is now together, but I'm going to heat this up, kind of smack it in so it goes in a little more. I'm also going to put heat paste over here so we don't melt this TXV. And let's see, we're going to do it all in one shot. Let me open up these covers, get to these filter dryers, and let's see what's going on. Got this little covers here, you know. Oof, it's a lot to take off. Jeez, yeah, we're probably gonna have to do it. Oh man. Let's take this off. And what we're gonna do is take off this whole cover, not just a little one to peek through. Is that holding that? Yes, it is. All right. And then we can really get to the filter dryers. So let's take off these covers. What's here? Yeah, let's take off these covers and see what's up. What's that little wet spot? Whatever. It's not screwing there, it's just really jammed in. Come on. All right. Now I could really get to the filter dryers. Also, what you want to do is make sure you have the right direction. Direction's going this way towards the inlet of our expansion valve. So let's keep these screws here. This one is kind of going to be kind of a pain. I'm going to have to take off this door. Anyways, you can take that out. Just lift this. Just make sure you know how to put it back. We'll leave that here. Ain't the biggest deal. We'll be all right. I got to take off this plate. Taking off so many covers to do this job. It is not even funny. All right, let's open this up. Having a little trouble with this one, as looks like it's jammed through. Is there? Oh, there's screws in here. Why would they do that? I don't want to take all this off. To be honest with you, I can get it from here. That's one filter dryer, is the other. Pay attention to the arrow, know your refrigeration cycle. And yeah, also another key thing is that I know these York units have a terrible problem where it goes from copper to aluminum. These bends are always leaking, so always keep an eye out for that. There's a leak in this system. When I pressurize everything, I'm gonna check all these connections as well. There's always leaks. Check here and check there. I have 2 new filter dryers. What I'm gonna do is braze that while running this through and then open this up and replace it. I always like to change that last. So we should be okay to start on this side. I'm using wet rag heat blocking putty to cover this TXV so it can absorb the heat and protect it. You want to do this with sensitive components. We're going to run some nitro through and we're going to smack this pipe in so it goes in a little further. It's in there at least halfway or so, but let's get that in further. Got the nitro running through the system. So you can see the ball, the orange ball is off the ground, so there's a tiny bit of nitro flowing through. It's coming in through the low side here. It's actually coming out of here. This is all open, so it's now flowing through the whole system. Let's go ahead and get this going. All right, so he's on this side. He's gonna push towards me while I heat this up. Once the braze melts, I can push it in. Push it towards me. Hold that there. Switch one, switch. Let me get that one. I'm probably gonna have to smack this in a little bit. There we go, push it in hard. There we go. All right, hold it right there. Now that's really in. If you let go of the braze, the pipe will come apart. Okay, we're good there. Now what you're gonna do is come on this side. You're gonna hold this like this. Push like this so this pipe doesn't pop out. Okay, while I braze. Watch out a little. All right, that went well. Let's go ahead and brace this and be a bit careful of our surroundings. Want to melt those wires. I definitely have some flexibility here. So what I'm gonna do is actually, you know what, sand this pipe down and cut it and see if we have the same slack here. If so, it'll be better than on brazing. I want them to all line up. That's why I'm gonna do such a thing. Let's cut this up and fit in our new dryer. I'm gonna use the heat putty over here too, because these always get burnt up. I have the slack here, but over here is a bit short. Chris, come over here. You're gonna hold from here with the wrench, and I'm gonna pull this dryer out. Right here. Just so, hold back, just don't crimp the pipe.
Yeah, of course.
That's it. Hold that good. So what I'm gonna do is gonna blow out from each end and then finish this off and we should be all right. So when I'm doing so, I got both sides connected to gauges so we can just blow through each side. And I take off this little regulator because I feel like you lose a lot of pressure like that. When you blow things out, you want it to be with high pressure. Go on that side, make sure air comes out on both sides. I'm gonna open one side. Yeah. Okay. That'll come out. And now see if the other side goes. I'm gonna open it up. Yep. All right, we're just gonna blow all that out. Good. Now, take off the high side. We're just gonna go through the low side so it goes through. And what we're gonna do is put this back and let's regulate the flow. So when we braze in our new filter dryer, we got nitro flowing. Might be a little excessive and extra. I know a lot of people don't do this. Some people don't even use nitro, but I feel like it's just better. All right, open that up. Open the low side. Let's adjust here. So we got a small amount of nitro to flow, enough to braze. Okay, let's put our new filter dryer together. All right, so here's our filter dryer. I put some of this heat paste on here to keep it good. You gotta melt this side and push it in. There. Okay. You're good. Right, and we're in. Look how clean the paint is here, nothing burned off. Even a sticker. I know when I don't use this stuff, this sticker usually melts and you lose the direction. Next, look at that. Can you see it because of the light? The sticker is still there. And then over here, the sticker is still there, nothing melted, and I brazed right there. Unbelievable. I think it's awesome. So that's good. This, everything looks nice and okay. So I put the heat blocking putty on this circuit. Everything is prepped. I blew out all the lines. I have the original filter dryer still there. This one actually went all the way in, which is nice. I also got a fireproof mat here so we can protect our wires and everything like that. And that's it. I got nitro flowing through the system. Schrader valves are out, going through the suction line, going through the entire system and coming out this way, so we always have nitro flowing. Let's light this thing up. fireproof mat is melting. Oh my god. Oh man, looks like it's time for a new one. All these little hairs. That's it, this thing is done. Okay, that's all looking good. That's all looking good. Let's change out this dryer. This one has some more length on this one. I could probably cut it on both sides and we'll be all right. Okay. Let's cut this thing out. Let's fit the new one in. Okay, there's my new dryer. Got the heat blocking putty on there. Everything's in nicely. Let's light this thing up. All right guys, so in here I'm gonna put new Schrader valves. I'm just gonna spin those on. I changed this high pressure control and this high pressure control as it's together, but this old one, see how this pipe here is actually brazed in, so I put a swivel T. Put one side for pressure control, the other side we can use for gauges, there's a pin and everything. I'm just gonna do the same thing for this low pressure control as it's brazed in. Let's put a new one here. Let's have everything nice and safe. So I'm just gonna put that in, and for all the threads, I'm gonna use Nylock Blue gasket and thread sealant. This is compatible with all refrigerants. Let's get that all going, and then we could pressurize the system and check all of our connections. All right, everything's looking nice and clean. Strap that down. Same goes for here. Strap that down. These are all brazed nicely. This is all brazed nicely. I got 2 sets of gauges here set up, and we're gonna pressurize both circuits and do a leak check for our connections and just with the condenser coil, because I know there's a leak in here. I know for a fact the evaporator was leaking. Wonder if, you know, the second circuit ended up leaking later on, you know, through that same thing because it was so damaged. But anyways, we're just gonna use liquid leak detection using Big Blue Sub-Zero. There are touch-ups of stuff I gotta do, like I put a box here to protect these wires and everything. This is here to protect the pipes. Anyways, let's charge it up. Charging through the high side, and now my back pressure is rising. Let's get this thing up. Leave it at about 300 pounds. This is a 410A system. All right, spray our connections. First is this circuit. Okay, gonna leak test these fittings as well. Put this on last time, I wasn't able to check it. Check our flares and all that. Oh, that's looking good. Pretty much just gonna go around, spray all our connections and see if we see any leaks. Okay, that is system 1, which is this connection here. All that's looking good. Okay, system 1, this one. And basically we're just gonna pressurize both systems, check for leaks. Definitely want to check those fittings in there, and even where it makes contact inside. both of them. Alright. Cool. And we're just gonna follow this process. Alright guys, we got a bit over 300 pounds of pressure on each end. Let's give it some time. I have a job scheduled for tomorrow. We'll be back the following day after that. As long as everything holds pressure, we're gonna vacuum it and charge according to the plate. And it's about 8 pounds in each circuit of refrigerant 410A. And we're gonna wrap this one up here. If anyone found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe as I come out with new videos every week. And I'll catch you all next time.